everybody to another episode of Drena Finds Out. This week we're talking about how ways you can remain safe during the holiday season when you're out shopping, and we have none other than Mr. Jeffery Hulum III.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm good. So, do you have any tips of ways people can be more aware and stay safe?
There's a lot of tips. I mean, you got some real simple tips, and you got some tips that's going advanced tips. But the most simplest way to stay safe is to understand this: everything ain't for everybody. Meaning, what you have in your house, you know what I'm saying? What you done bought, what you done shop for, it ain't for everybody. So during the holiday season, at the time of this pandemic and this COVID, I wouldn't be posting nothing on Facebook or Instagram showing people what you got, what you done bought, you know, the luxuries, the fine things of your life you work for. Because first things people gonna do is during a time of tragedy, a time of pride, they're gonna look at the easy prey. Easy prey is something that a person shows. So this flashy, so let me go take what you got. Because in the state of Mississippi, remember, we're a constitutional carry state. I mean, everybody got the right to carry a gun if they're not a felon. You know, so you know who bought the gun, who don't have the gun. So they're gonna go in there and they're gonna take what they really want. So I say, when you're getting ready to go out shopping, make sure you go shopping in the daytime. If it started getting night, especially if you're a woman, have somebody with you. That might be a man or another woman with you. Have two people shopping with you. And then when you shop, don't have nothing visible so people can see. Make sure it's in your trunk. If you cannot put it in your trunk, minimize what you buy and come back another day. Your purse. Keep your purse out of hindsight, wallet, things of that nature. Anything of value, keep it locked up, keep it secure. You know, and that's just how it is. You know, holiday is a great time for some people, it's a tragic time for other people. And that's why this is a great topic.
So, are you a lifelong resident of the coast?
Yes, lifelong resident of Gulfport, Mississippi. Born and raised in Gulfport, graduated from Gulfport High, went to Gaston Point Elementary School. You know, I love the Gulf Coast. That's why I went off, retired from the Army and came back to help improve not only our community, but the city as well from a diverse standpoint.
I know you do a lot of work in the community, and another thing I see you post about on Facebook a lot is your class, your mobile class.
Yeah, Firearm Safety, you know, one thing about it, living in Virginia, Pennsylvania, Texas, California, Georgia, you know, the most important thing is to be in a position to protect yourself and not need it, then need to protect yourself and not have it. So I required a special skill set by going to war 6 times. And I just want to impart that skill set on all people, especially African American women, you know, men as well, you know. But it's nothing more that makes my heart hurt than to see a woman assault or attacked and not in position to defend themselves. Or see some young man or some man himself, you know, get attacked by a group of individuals and not in a position to protect themselves. A firearm is an equalizer. You know, I'm pro-guns. I'm a pro-Second Amendment type person, you know what I'm saying? If you ever want to see Jeffrey mad, you talk about taking my guns away from me, you know what I'm saying? Because guns level the playing field. And that's like this holiday season, tips to make you safe. I tell a person, hey, go buy your old lady or your old man a firearm, but at least get them trained on that, especially if you got kids. Go through the basic firearm steps so you can understand what it takes to make not only your family safe, but you and your kids safe, so it's not some type of accidental discharge or negligent discharge of the firearm that may injure you, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing why I started this mobile firearm business, because what best can I serve my community than help protect my community? You can talk about economical growth, you can talk about infrastructure, you can talk about the triculation of the mines, you can talk about the interwoven of the community. But at the end of the day, if the community ain't safe, what you have, a vulnerable population. So the more money you got coming in that community, that's the more money that's gonna be taken from that community, because people from outside know they're in a position to protect themselves, you know? So that's one of my main things, you know. Like I say, a firearm is needed. Because in Mississippi, remember, firearms is used for 3 things. A handgun is used for self-defense, all right? A shotgun is used for home defense and feeding your family. A rifle is used for feeding your family and sports. And that's why Mississippi is a great state, because a lot of states you go to where crime is high and their gun laws are so strict that you always will be vulnerable. Check New York. Look at a place like New York. Look at a place like Maryland, where they have like certain strict gun laws, where you only entitled. Even we talking about legal people who never been in trouble with the law. You know, that's not right. Like me, I'm a true believer. If a person got in trouble and they done their time, no matter what they crime, they done their time, they should be able to have a firearm in their home to protect their family. And I'm not saying walk around the street with it, but you should be allowed to protect your family. And if I got time, I like to say this too. People need to understand. Just say you and hypothetically your husband. If your husband is a felon, you don't lose your rights because he's a felon. You still got the right to possess, own a firearm in your home or in your vehicle. You just got to take ownership of it. You got to make sure it's locked up. But in the case that something happened to you, a medical emergency or something, your husband can utilize that firearm to protect you and your family. And then y'all just have to deal with that, in the court of law. But a lot of people, especially in Mississippi and on the Gulf Coast, think just because their significant other or whoever their mate is, they can't possess a gun because one or the other have a felony. That's not true. That's definitely not true.
So whenever the Mobile Academy, do you go over people's rights, what they can and can't do with a gun?
With the Mobile Firearm Academy, break it down in two ways. We do basic firearm training and marksmanship, or we just teach you the skills of how to handle, operate, clean, and fire a weapon.
Okay.
Right? And then we got this concealed enhanced carry, where we go over all the laws, for the state of Mississippi and the states outside of Mississippi, which is Mississippi is a reciprocity state, meaning other states honors Mississippi concealed carry law. And that's one of the things. But I'll tell anybody, when you get the concealed enhanced carry, it's only 3 places you can't go to firearm. That's the courthouse, jailhouse, and sheriff department, police station, sheriff department. But any law-abiding citizen in the state of Mississippi can go down to the DMV and apply for a concealed weapon permit to the DMV. Like if you want enhanced carry, they want you to have firearms training, But like I said again, everybody in the state of Mississippi should be in a position to protect themselves. Not just Mississippi, anywhere, but I'm focused on Mississippi. Right now I'm focused on the minority communities, preferably minority communities under I-10, because where do a lot of stuff happen in minority communities under I-10.
Mm-hmm. So have you had like a lot of people coming out to take part of it?
Yeah, we have several people taking part in it. A lot of women taking advantage of it. It's priced right to fit the need of the person and of the groups. And then like today we had a group out of Pennsylvania call and say, hey, would you train us virtually? I told them, yeah, I could train you virtually. I won't give you sign a certificate for you, but I can train you virtually to properly handle it. That's no different than somebody going on YouTube, or Facebook, anything else, learning how to properly handle a weapon. You know what I'm saying? So if they want my skill set, hell, excuse my language. I mean, I impart it upon them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. I ain't a type of person, like I say, harbor information or knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see I give all my work back to the community in which I grew up in, which is Galveston Point.
Right.
If you want to do something with Jeffery, you got to come to Galveston Point. If you want Jeffery to issue you something, you got to go to Galveston Point. I don't care who you is, what walk of life you come from, because our community is just as better than any other community on the Gulf Coast.
So where can people find out where can they find you?
Well, for this Mobile Firearm Academy, they can go to Facebook, or they can just look up Hulum's Mobile Firearm Academy. The reason I made it mobile, because of a person in Jackson, Laurel, even Bells on Mississippi want to train, because of the things what they go through, which is totally different than the coach. I'll go up there and train.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, it's not about the money. I get paid with a sense of joy that saying somebody was able to protect themselves, or somebody stopped them or kept their family members from getting injured, killed, murdered, or maimed. That's what gives me joy. That's my pay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do what I do.
I can tell you're very passionate about it.
Yeah, man. I don't like people getting the advantage taken over them.
Yeah.
In this holiday season, a lot of that's gonna happen. No matter what the nationality is, people hurting on the coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People gonna get robbed. People's house gonna get broken in. People gonna do certain things that's not professionally, the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you should be in a position where you can protect yourself.
Right.
That's all a firearm is for. A firearm is used for a deterrent. A firearm is not the first thing you should do when you get in an altercation. But a firearm does ease the tension of the situation, depending on what that situation may take place or transpire, especially if it's for a woman that's at Edgewater Mall. If she got a firearm inside her purse, I would expect for her to pull that firearm out and be able to negotiate that target to make sure that her and her kids get to where they're going safe. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened in Gulfport a couple days ago. You had a man on the ground repeatedly shooting a woman. Just thinking she would have had a firearm. Maybe she would still been here today. Maybe not. We don't know. But a firearm is an equalizer.
Yeah. I wanted you to do if you can give us a final recap of what, like a few tips, just reiterate what you think the best thing for people to do whenever they go out shopping.
The first thing you want to do when you go out shopping, all right, you want to be aware of your surroundings. All right, situation awareness, that's the number one focus thing. Make sure you have your keys easily accessible to you. Third thing you want to do, make sure when you go shopping in a well-lit area. You don't go buy nothing from nobody outside of a place where you know it's good order and discipline. If you want to buy something from a person that's offline or some sidewalk shop, make them meet you in a public place for people around to keep you safe. All right. When you go to the mall, you purchase your gifts. Make sure your gifts are out of plain sight of view or anybody. You know, make sure they're in your trunk. Make sure your trunk locked up. Make sure your purse is secure. Your wallet is secure. Don't leave no firearms laying around in the car. Then also, when you go out in teams. And not only that, do something that a lot of people don't like to do. Tell somebody where you're going. And when you leave that place, say, I just left this store, I'm going to this store. You know why? In case something happens, they can backtrack where you're at. Because human trafficking is very real in the state of Mississippi right now. You know what I'm saying? And what way to hit a home run than to take your car, take your gifts, and take you and sell you? That's a trifecta. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing is make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Control and minimize not only what you post, but what your kids post on social media. You know what I'm saying? Limit who be around you during the holiday season. Because a lot of people get robbed. They're going to be somebody who know them from second and third tier outside, meaning somebody, either a friend, family, or associate who knows what's in your home, in your car, or what you got. And some people just like to brag. You know, we come from a place where a lot of people don't have much, but they like to brag on everything. You know, and then what they do, they just put a bullseye and a target on their back. You know, say, whoa, look at me. And then for a young female, I'll say this. If you're dealing with a person, a young man who live his life a certain way, or alternative lifestyle, and he like to flash a lot of money or cash, you just as vulnerable as that young man is, because they can grab you, they can grab him. So, like I say, minimize the issues, minimize distractions, know your surroundings, shop in a safe place, keep yourself well protected, and carry a firearm, a knife, or some mace, something to get the person off you. And keep your phone charged too. Call the police. You know, police, they'll come, they'll help, that's their job. Protect and serve. 3 P's of community policing: people, policies, and processes.
Well, thank you for all of that. I want to really appreciate everything you do in the community. I always see that you've done like a lot of civic engagement, so I appreciate that. And especially with the mobile academy, because I plan on taking part of it, and even with my daughters, because it's something that I think that a lot of people need, even if you don't plan to go out hunting or whatever, just to be, like you said, be able to protect yourself, have the knowledge to do that. So thank you.
Hey, you got to, and come on down, and then like I say, we'll train you, your daughters, we even do it for free. You know what I'm saying? That's a Christmas gift from us to you, keeping your family safe.
And nobody can take that from
They can't, but next time you come, I'm gonna charge you. Okay. The first one is free.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.